Bienvenidos a su programa Conéctate con Ash, el show. El día de hoy tenemos una entrevista súper interesante con el gran empresario Brett Wilson, que nos contó unas cositas por ahí. Está bueno el chisme, así que quédense. Además, estamos en un evento, los premios de cine y televisión aquí en Alberta 2014. Les tenemos muy buenas entrevistas con los nominados y mucho más, así que quédense, que esto va a estar bueno. Bienvenidos a todos, muchas gracias por estar con nosotros el día de hoy. Miren nada más a quién tenemos aquí, al super señor Brett Wilson. Hola, Brett, ¿cómo estás?
I'm doing very well, thank you, and I'm going to stay in English.
Okay. Thank you so much for the interview, for your time. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do? What inspires you? Because we are trying to inspire the Latin American community. I want to know what you do, to keep on going every day. What inspires you? Your biggest inspiration?
I guess my biggest inspiration is, in fact, inspiring other people. That's the real privilege that I have. I've done a lot of work in a lot of different ways, a lot of different areas in terms of business and in terms of charity and in terms of family, in terms of community. I've been active in so many different areas. But what I really enjoy and really appreciate through my book, through my public speaking, and sometimes by my example, is just the number of people who come up and say, hey, appreciate what you did for this cause, or you've inspired me to go back to school, or you inspired me to start a business, or it doesn't much matter, but I love hearing that other people are inspired. That gives me energy.
Hey, about your book, now that you mention it, when did you start this book? When did you come up with this idea about writing a book?
Well, I was in Dragon's Den for 2008, 9, 10, those 3 seasons. And at the end of my first season, we came up with the idea that maybe it's time to try and use some of my brand as a dragon to launch a book. Had the book ghostwritten, read the book. I was so disappointed. We put it on the shelf. About 4 years later, all the Dragons had books out. One of the major publishers in Canada came to me and said, why don't you have a book? And I said, well, I sort of do. And I committed then to clean that book up. It ended up being a lot more work. I promised to have it done in 2 months. It took 6. And I still spent every waking spare hour, it seemed, plugging away at the book. I rewrote the introduction 20 times and the last chapter twice. I mean, that's just the nature of, kept plowing into it. But I wanted to write a book that was different than many other books out there. Because it wasn't just an autobiography, it wasn't just my story, it wasn't just meant to be inspirational, it was meant to be by example, telling my stories, my life, and it came across rather well. I'm really pleased with the response. It's the top-selling Dragon book overall, and it's still selling, still going well, and redefining success.
And I've noticed in your book, you not only talk about your business, you talk about life, what you've been through. And I think that's very nice, because we get inspired. Maybe there's people that are not sick, or going through something like that, but they're going through other challenges in life. So I think it inspires a lot.
Well, so many people who write books about success in business talk about their success and their business. And I wanted to be a little more transparent and talk about the mistakes I made in the pursuit of building my businesses. And because that's the real story, as you say, the word realistic really resonates for me. And that was my goal, and it seemed to work.
And I know you've been to Mexico. Mm-hmm. You've helped La Baja, right? What have you done there? Tell people that don't know about it.
Oh, well, I've been through Latin America many times. And so we start, I guess, as we work our way down. I've been to the Baja Peninsula to race in the Baja 1000. I've driven the full length of the Baja Peninsula twice. I've been down, and we do charity work in Tijuana and Ensenada. I've been down. This fall will be our 10th trip to go down and build homes. So there's aid work, there's pleasure, Cozumel, Zihuatanejo. I mean, throughout Mexico, I've seen a lot. And then there's Central America. I've been to Guatemala and Belize and Panama and Ecuador many times. I've gone whitewater rafting. I've been onshore, offshore Panama and Ecuador, the Galapagos Islands and Venezuela. Nope, skip Venezuela, but I have been to Colombia a couple of times. Argentina, Chile, Brazil. I just love, if you will, the Latin American culture, and it's the food, the
beautiful
culture.
Beautiful people?
The people, absolutely.
What's the country that you've liked the most?
Ecuador has been really good to me. I've loved that, but I have to give top votes to Costa Rica. I've been there, I think, probably 5 times, and 3 of those trips were with my family. They love coming back and going back, if you will, and all of the adventure. It's just a very friendly, I find all of Latin America very friendly.
Okay, nice. So you're learning Spanish soon? Yeah.
I'm discovering that I can get by with the little bit of Spanish I need. I can find a washroom, and I can get well fed with the little bit I have.
Okay. So for emprendedores, entrepreneurs, what can you recommend?
Well, there's a couple things. I think a lot of entrepreneurs are frustrated with where they are, and that doesn't mean they're ready to start a business. That frustration should lead to, first of all, getting work experience in an area that's relevant to your passion. You know, I've had people come to me who say, we're going to start a restaurant, and I say, well, how many years of work experience do you have in a restaurant? Well, I don't have any work experience, but I know how to run a restaurant. Well, how can you know how to run a restaurant if you've never worked in one? And by working in, I mean front desk, I mean waiting, I mean bellboy, I mean kitchen, I mean cleanup, I mean finance, all aspects of running a kitchen, if you will, or running a restaurant. So there's a lot of work experience that I think needs to be gained. And sometimes a couple of years of work experience will probably enhance the probability of success greatly. I hate to put a measurement on it, but it really turbocharges the opportunity. Second is, so one is getting some work experience in the area you intend to play. And don't, I mean, if it's beneath you, then maybe being an entrepreneur where you have to do everything anyway isn't right for you. So number one, work experience. Number two is the study of marketing. I always argue that most entrepreneurs underestimate the relevance and importance of marketing. They start with, I can build it, I can make it, I can serve it, therefore I am. Well, if you can't convince someone to pay you enough money for whatever it is you make or sell or service that you can create a profit, then you still don't have a business. You might have a hobby. It might be neat to make, you know, a special sauce. It might be neat to provide, you know, you make some sort of a scarf or tapestry, whatever it is your product or service is. But if you can't sell it at a profit, you still don't have a business.
But that takes a while, doesn't it? Like to be able to sell it.
Well, it can, but my real point there is the study of marketing greatly enhances your odds of success. So many times I've heard people say, well, there's 10 million dogs in Alberta and Saskatchewan, and I'm going to make leashes, and if I can just get 1% of those dog owners to buy a leash from me, well, there might be 50,000 people making leashes, not 10, not 100, but 50,000. And so you're competing in a market that's too big to chase, and if you don't understand the tools. And the other thing is, with the advent of social media, marketing's taken on a new life. If you don't know how to use Twitter, Facebook, I don't think there's a business that I'm aware of that shouldn't have a website or a Facebook page, because we're no longer turning to the yellow pages and looking up restaurants or auto dealers or repair shops. We're Googling. And if you don't have a web presence, then that Google search doesn't find you and you don't get the clients. So, and I sometimes joke about this, and I say it's a big mistake not to be on Twitter. It's a bigger mistake to be active on Twitter. So in other words, don't get engaged, don't get sucked into social media.
You're pretty active, eh?
Well, my staff is.
Oh.
So be careful there. And the other thing is, I would encourage most people not to be active. Maybe aware, but not active. And there's a big difference there. Someone who's new to Twitter might follow 2 or 3 celebrities, a couple of people whose views and thoughts on life they value, and maybe 3 or 4 news feeds. Pick up and understand how social media is used. And again, Twitter and Facebook are the key two in my world, but Pinterest and others, LinkedIn for describing who you are in terms of looking for work. There's some really cool tools out there. And my real point is, if you don't know how they work and your competitors do, you're going to come second.
Is there a message you can give to all the people that are starting, a new life as an immigrant here in Canada?
Well, first of all, number one, welcome. We appreciate coming.
Thank you.
Because a lot of the immigrant populations come in and they're well educated, they're well informed, but they end up having to take some of the simpler jobs that are available in our economy. But they're often the entrepreneurs. It's the people who might clean a building, become the owners of a cleaning company, and ultimately, frankly, own the building. I know that. I've seen it many times. Yeah. So first of all, welcome. Second, and I would go through this for anybody, whether you're an immigrant or new to Canada or someone coming up through the population, I happen to think there's 3 things that I call the essence of empowerment: the study of marketing, the study of entrepreneurship, and quite frankly, the study of philanthropy. And a lot of people underestimate the importance and relevance of tying all of those together. I've kind of given you a lecture already, or my views on the importance of studying marketing. It's your point of differentiation, it's your resume, it's your online presence. There's so many things about marketing, especially with social media, as I said. The study of marketing is so important. And I've had people say, I've got $1,000 to start a business. What should I do? Well, spend it all on marketing. What do you mean spend it on marketing? Well, the study of marketing, whether it's books or online tools, until that passion pops, you haven't studied marketing enough. The study of entrepreneurship, Doesn't mean studying the tools of entrepreneurship. I don't mean studying accounting and finance, but studying examples, real life examples in the case of immigrants or Latin Americans, coming in and looking at the study of people from your community who've started small businesses in Canada and grown them into something meaningful. And that's inspirational. For me, that's planting seeds that grow into a crop someday. Sometimes those seeds are nurtured by the study of marketing, but you start with those seeds. And then lastly, I happen to believe that philanthropy is good business. Philanthropy is good business because it creates connections, it changes the community we're in, it builds rapport.
How do you do it? Because you do so much. Like, how do you start? How do you recommend people to start?
Well, there's a number of different approaches to charity. One is to choose one cause and stay with it. Another is to choose multiple causes and try and spread out the relationship building work. But one of the things I often talk to people about is look at your clients. If you're trying to figure out where your charitable work goes, look at what's important to your clients. Stop thinking about you in terms of, we hear people say, well, I'm building this business and it's in support of this particular charity. And so you come help my business and help my charity. Well, why not twist it around a little bit and think a little bit about your client?
What are you doing right now? What do you do normally? First of all, what do you do?
This year I'm on the road a lot. My children, 2 live in Vancouver, 1 lives in Australia, and so I'll probably be in Australia 2 or 3 times this year just to see my son, and then I'm in and out of Vancouver and Toronto, the most common places, and Ottawa. In terms of work, I have an investment in a football team. Latin Americans understand football, but it's a British soccer team, and it's the Derby County Football Club, and we're very close to being promoted this year. So if we were to move from the championship to the premiership, I'll be the only Canadian, to my knowledge right now, that owns a piece of there might be one other, I've forgotten for sure. But the idea of owning a piece of a premiership team is pretty cool. So I'm playing around with my sports teams, but my core businesses are real estate and oil and gas, energy related. So that's the bulk of where my time and effort really goes in terms of my time. But what people see through social media with my staff, through my book because of profile, through the columns that I write, but I have people who help me write some of this material. And I do a lot of public speaking for sure. So I end up with a fairly high profile, but what I really do is different than what that profile suggests.
So what's a normal day for you? Like today, you wake up?
Well, today I got up at 5 a.m. in Toronto, which is 3 a.m. Calgary time. Had a nice breakfast, got to the airport, flew back from Toronto to Calgary, and had a lunch with my staff and a whole series of meetings this afternoon. And by 8 o'clock tonight, I'll have done 2 interviews today, yours and one other, and then dinner with a friend. So it's a wide range of experiences in a given day. And then tomorrow will be a full day of work. It's a Sunday, or Saturday. But quite frankly, I just took 3 or 4 days off. Work is kind of me keeping up with all the things I do, whether it's, I've got to rewrite a press release that's being done for a talk. I'm giving 3 talks in 24 hours up in Edmonton. And so one of them, they're just doing the press release and the marketing around. I happen to have 2 collections, art collections of sorts. One is the art collection you kind of see around us, and the other, which has been a secret before this. And when I say a secret, it's just something we've never talked about. It's not a dark secret, it's just a secret. And that is, I happen to collect antique horse-drawn carriages. And so I have one of the larger collections in Canada. So I'm exposing that to, so I got to spend some time getting my talk ready about this collection, which I've never spoken about in the past. So there's a bit of time. I have a funeral service tomorrow. I have a meeting regarding the design of a wine room in one of the buildings I'm involved with. And then 3 or 4,000. Well, I've always got something to do. Someone said you should slow down and do yoga and read books. And I'm going, just a minute, you want me to be busy doing yoga and busy reading books? It's a question of how you use your time. I like to be active in my time. I need to work out a little more, but by choice,
But you walk a lot. I assume you walk a lot, no?
I'm reasonably fit. I just need to be fitter. It can always be better at anything you do.
I really hope we can teach you Spanish. If you're still interested in learning. Poquito with a no. Okay, muchísimas gracias y regresamos. Thank you so much.
My pleasure and delight.
a unos amigos apoyando y nos van a contar un poquito más. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys, can you please tell us what are you doing here? Are you supporting? Are you part of a movie or something? Tell us.
Yeah, we're here to support Three Colors in a Canvas. The editor was nominated, and so we're here to support Kyle for that project. Yeah.
Nice. Are you having fun?
Totally, it's awesome, great night.
Yeah. Are you drinking already?
Just a little, one glass.
Okay. Can you tell us? You were saying that you were part of the movie.
Yes, yeah. I'm one of the actors in the movie. We filmed back in 2012. It's always funny how movies get released. It just got released now, so it was 2 years after that. But we just had a Canada-wide release, which was really great, and I got to go to Vancouver for the premiere there, and it just premiered in Toronto as well. So we're really excited about the project.
Oh, very nice. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Is there a website or, I don't know, a place, Facebook, Twitter, someone where our Latin American community can watch this?
Yeah, if you just Google Three Colors in a Canvas, or I think it's threecolorsinAcanvas.com, then they can find it there.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great night. No drinking.
Okay, I promise.
Seguimos aquí y ahora tenemos a un nominado como Mejor Video Musical. Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Very happy to have you here. Can you please tell us what's your name so people get it? Then?
Sure. My name is Dalen Landis.
Okay, and you're nominated for Best Music Video, yeah?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your music video. What's the name of it and all that?
Sure. It's by a band based out of Alberta. They're called Wand, and the song is There Is a Place. And it was all shot actually in Alberta. Half of it takes place in a new home that's being constructed, and the other half takes place in a home that's pretty decrepit and it's being torn down. So it's just kind of a dichotomy between building up and tearing down.
Nice. So how long does it take to edit a video like that?
I actually did it myself, so it took a couple of months because I'm not the best editor.
You believe because you're nominated.
I guess so, but we were under a schedule actually. We were given a grant and there was a deadline, and so we had to have it done within a couple of months from start to finish. And so we essentially just had to have it done by then, and if we weren't, then we sent in what we had. But fortunately, we was able to get a little bit of time off to finish it up.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. Good luck. We hope to see you there.
Oh, thank you so much.
Y estamos aquí con una de las nominadas. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. So happy to have you here with this dress, Malika.
Yes, it is a Malika. I love her. I love her stuff. Malika's a good friend of mine, and so when I was coming here, I was like, you have to give me one of your outfits to wear so I can show your stuff off.
Yeah, she's great. I love her too.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah. Can you tell us, everyone, that so everyone knows your name?
My name's Adila Dosani, and I'm an actress.
So, and you're nominated.
I am nominated. Yeah, I'm nominated for Best Performance by an Alberta Actress for the film Double Booked.
Nice. Are you excited?
I'm super excited. It's always so lovely to be here and kind of just hang out with everyone in the industry and see what's happening.
So where can people watch this movie?
So the movie isn't out yet. It's actually in the Film Festival Network right now, and so it hasn't been released to the public. We're kind of trying to see where it'll make its premiere, and the director and producer are definitely hoping, who are one and the same person. The movie's also nominated for Best Drama, so kind of exciting. Yeah, he's hoping he'll make a premiere in a film festival, so.
Nice, and we're invited, right?
You, of course, hello.
Of course. We have to be.
You have to be.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Good luck. We hope to see you
very much. Thank you for having me, and hey, everyone.
Okay. Is there a message you would like to give to everyone that's following their dream?
Stick to it. I know it's super hard and you get frustrated and there are moments you want to quit, but honestly, you're going to have your break. As long as you stick to it wholeheartedly, don't give up. Just go for it. What's life without going for your dreams, right?
Exactly.
Take the risk. Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up, don't give up. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great night.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Okay, regresamos. Oigan, miren nada más a quién tenemos aquí, a estos gigantes. Yo al lado de ellos parezco una miniatura. Bueno, tenemos a Jessie y Lindsay. Hello, Lindsay, how are you?
Good.
Are you having fun?
I'm having an awesome night.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Hello, Jessie. How are you?
I am well. That was the greatest sounding intro ever. I love Spanish. It sounds so good.
So sexy, isn't it?
Everything. Like you were talking, I was like, Jesse, this, and Lindsay, I loved it. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, nice. Okay, so you were saying you're here, you're nominated.
Yeah, I'm 1/3 of Mosaic Entertainment. We produce film, TV, digital media. We got 15 nominations right now, so we're pretty excited about it. Hopefully we'll win one, but you know what? It is just an honor, right? Right?
It is.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. Okay, can you tell us a little bit, some names, so we can look it up and everyone, the Latin
Absolutely.
American community knows?
The big two shows, Tiny Plastic Men, Delmer and Marta. So we're nominated for Best Comedy Series. We got Best Writer. We got Matt Alden, Chris Craddock. There's some of the writers, some of the stars nominated for Best Actors as well. We got Francis Damberger, Best Director. We got some craft categories. We got hair. We got makeup. And
Everyone
man, you know what? And the great thing is we got a whole contingency. We all came out. We got like 3 tables plus a couple more. So we're gonna be that loud comedy table. We're trouble. See.
Sí. Okay, pues muchas gracias. Thank you so much, and we wish you luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Muchas gracias. Thank you. Muchas gracias, Lindsay. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
I'm a third-generation rancher. This ranch that my grandfather homesteaded in 1904. So Alberta's been home to us for over 100 years. My other business is the motion picture business. I supply a lot of animals to the movies. I keep a lot of horses here just basically for the motion picture business. Plus
Tenemos aquí a una amiga, Sonu. How are you today?
I am good, thank you.
Are you having fun?
I am, thank you.
Yeah. So who are you supporting tonight?
So I work for ATB Financial, and I'm supporting the ATB Financial hockey spots that are up for the Best Commercial Corporate Award.
Nice. Oh, that must be exciting. Are you all excited?
I am very excited to be here tonight. I'm very proud to support the entire Alberta film industry and community. And on behalf of ATB Financial, we are very excited to be here.
Nice. Do you come to this event like every year, or?
Actually, this is my very first time. I have had colleagues from ATB attend, but this is my first time, and I must say I'm having a great time.
And it's going to get better.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you.
make it as good as I possibly can. You'll have down days, you'll have top days, but you're going to have to keep working, so just never give